Good morning, children. Let us begin our class today. We have completed our first chapter, isn't it? Next, we are moving to our chapter 2, fractions. New lesson, fractions. But the word fraction is familiar to you, isn't it? Okay, it is not a new word to you because you have studied about fractions in the last class. Let us revise once again. So, what is meant by a fraction? When we divide a whole into equal parts, not parts, equal parts, each part represents a fraction. Each part represents a fraction. So, part of a whole is called fraction. Generally, we can write a fraction as P by Q form, where P is called numerator, Q is called denominator, and there is a line that bar separates the numerator and denominator, and that is called vinculum or base bracket that you studied just last class, isn't it? Now let us move to types of fractions. There are so many fractions. First one is proper fractions. Proper fractions means fractions having numerator less than denominator. Numerator less than denominator. For example, 3 by 5, 7 by 10, 9 by 11, etc. are called proper fractions. Then next one, improper fractions. Improper fractions means just opposite to this one. That is, fractions having numerator is greater than denominator. They are 5 by 3, 21 by 3, 7 by 6, 11 by 7, etc. are called improper fractions. Third one is mixed fractions. What is meant by mixed fractions? They represents a whole number plus a proper fraction. Whole number plus a proper fraction is there. For example, we can have several examples. 3 1 by 2, 2 2 by 7, etc. are all called, what is it? Mixed fractions. Let us continue again. So, mixed fractions we have studied now. Okay, a whole number plus a proper fraction. Let's move. We are moving to unit fractions. What is meant by unit fractions? Fractions with numerator is equal to 1. All fractions with the numerator 1. Denominator can be any number, but numerator is always 1, are called unit fractions. For example, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, etc. Okay. Then we have moved to next topic, like and unlike fractions. Let us move to like and unlike fractions. What is meant by like fractions? Fractions with same denominators. Fractions with same denominators are called like fractions. For example, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 12 by 5. All these fractions having same denominator 5. So, they are called like fractions. Fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. Different denominators, 3 by 7, 4 by 9, 7 by 2, etc. are called. Next one, conversion of unlike fraction into like fraction. How can we convert the unlike into like fractions? What we do to convert? For that, for example, consider a question. 3 by 2 and 7 by 5 has given to you. 3 by 2, its denominator is 2. 7 by 5, its denominator is 5. So, we are going to convert 3 by 2 and 7 by 5 into fractions with same denominators. For converting into same denominators, we need LCM of the denominators. Denominators are 2 and 5. So, their LCM is 10. So, what we are doing, or you can apply cross multiplication method. That is 3 by 2 to be multiplied by the second denominator 5. And 7 by 5 to be multiplied by the first denominator. 2. So we can write 15 by 10 and the other one is 14 by 10. Okay, first given numbers are 3 by 2 and 7 by 5 itself. Next we multiplied the first fraction by 5 and second fraction by 2. Multiplication by fraction means you have to multiply both numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, that is 15 by 10 and the other one is 14 by 10. So look at these two. These two are fractions having same denominator 10 and they are called which one? Like fractions. Okay. Then after completing this, let us move to the other. Let us move to the other important topic. One of the important topics, equivalent fractions. What is it? Equivalent fractions. So what is meant by equivalent fractions? Two or more fractions having same value or they represent same part of a whole is called which one? Equivalent fractions. Fractions having same value. By seeing they are not equal. Okay. But their value remains the same. Such fractions are called equivalent fractions. For example, suppose you got a mark of 50 out of 100. You got a mark of 50 out of 100. That means you got half mark. Okay, just half of the total you scored it. Similarly, 100 by 200 means out of 200 you got how many marks? 100 marks. Both are same, no? 50 by 100 is same as 100 by 200. They are called which one? Equivalent fractions. Good morning. Let us continue with next topic, that is equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. So what are equivalent fractions? Two or more fractions having same value or they represent same part out of a whole. Represents same part of a whole are called equivalent fractions. Next one, how can we obtain equivalent fractions? How can we obtain equivalent fractions? What we do to obtain equivalent fractions? We have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. We can have more equivalent rationals. Okay, equivalent rationals are obtained by multiplying numerator and denominator by the same number. And we can divide numerator and denominator by same number when the given fraction is very large. Okay. So let us go through the same. How to find out equivalent fractions of 3 by 7. Given number is 3 by 7. How can we find the equivalent fractions of 3 by 7? Select a number. Suppose teacher has selected 2. Multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. 3 2s are 6, 7 2s are 14. 3 2s are 6, 7 2s are 14. Similarly, select the number 3. Multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. 3 3s are 9, 7 3s are 21. Then you can select 10. Any number you can select 10, 100, 1000, etc. like that way. Any number as you like. So 3 10s are 30, 7 10s are 70. Then we are moving to another one. Fractions in the simplest form. Fractions in the simplest form means that is called the standard form of fractions. Or it is known as the lowest form. Simplest form means lowest form or standard form. Suppose how to find out this one. How to find out the simplest form of a given fraction. What we are doing is dividing both numerator and denominator by their HCF. Okay, so let me explain through an example. Simplest form of 27 by 63. So what I told you, first we need to find out HCF of numerator and denominator. Then we have to divide both numerator and denominator by the HCF. So let us see how to do. This method we have studied last year, isn't it? How to find HCF of a given number? You write big number as dividend, small number as divisor. Usual division. In 63, how many 27s are there? 2 times. Write 2 on the top. 54, subtract. So you will have 9. Then you take 9 as new divisor and this 27 as dividend. Now think about in 27 how many 9s are there? 3. Exactly 3. So 3 and our remainder become 0. After getting remainder as 0, think about the divisor at this stage. What divisor is giving 0 to us? Here it is 9. So 9 is called the HCF of these two numbers. So HCF is 9. Now divide both by 9. 27 by 9, 63 by 9. 27 by 9, 3. 63 by 9, 7. Similarly, one more example. Simplest form of 36 by 45. Same method. First of all, we have to find out HCF of these two. So let me take 45 as dividend, 36 as divisor. Only one time possible. How many times possible? 9 times. Okay, after subtraction 9 comes. Again like previous one, 36 inside. How many times possible? Exactly 4 times and we got the remainder as 0. So what will be our HCF? Which divisor is giving 0 as remainder? That divisor is called H. So HCF equal to 9 here also. So you divide both by 9, 36 by 9, 45 by 9. And it is equal to 4 times, here it is 5 times. And 4 by 5 is called the simplest form or standard form of this one. Okay. Now after completing this class, what you have to do is answer checkpoint questions 1 and 2. Only question numbers 1 and 2 as homework. Okay. Thank you. Complete the homework and do everything.